What's up? We're Krewella, and you're watching Magic Rabbit Productions.
Hey, it's another Q&A with DJ Beatstreet, and today I have for you, again, Krewella. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
What's going on? Welcome to Philadelphia again.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Yes. Straight up, I just want to let everybody know who's checking this out. I guess it's been about a year, exactly like a year and a couple weeks since I met you guys. We did an interview in a lobby of a hotel. Mm-hmm. At that time, you had a single called Live, kind of, sort of getting on radio, not really there, kind of like picking up some speed. And now there's an album. You guys are on tour for your first studio album. What's it like going from a hit single to the album project to now touring for your album? How's the process?
It's not really a hit. You can't really say something's a hit if it didn't go number one, right?
I would disagree with you with that. I mean, me personally, if it wasn't a hit based on the numbers, but I mean, when I play and you see the crowd reaction, it's a hit with all your fans.
I like to hear
everywhere.
I like that.
No, it's a dead truth. Like everywhere, once the piano drops, that I've talked with Raymond about, all the girls are just like this, just opening their arms, and then the beat drops.
It's a hit at our shows.
It's a hit at the shows, and it was a hit for me on my radio show, so it's a fucking hit.
Awesome. It's a hit then.
It's a hit.
I'll take it.
So how's been the process ever since the first track to now touring for your album?
Crazy. It's been a blur. I say this all the time, but we look at shows like that, and that feels like it could have been like 3 years ago or 1 year ago or last week. It's kind of like it's hard to remember everything because everything's happening so quickly, and it's hard to take a second and slow down and be like, oh my god, this, and this has happened. Mm-hmm. When we dropped our album, we didn't know like either how well or how poor it did. We found out based on tweets and from our managers. We don't want to think about those things. We're just like focused on the future and moving and
less math and more like about the music.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll get into it because I know a lot of fans want to know. You guys are pretty proud of the album, but each one of you, what's your favorite song that you liked creating on the album, and why?
When we first dropped it, I had a different favorite. I would say it was either We Go Down, which I think we can all agree is like our collective three of us favorite, mm-hmm. or that was probably my favorite. But now looking back, and it's kind of an older one, but I still just love Come and Get It.
Really?
It's like every night when we perform it, it's just that's the one I gravitate to. Like I have the most feeling when I'm performing that. Yeah.
I'll go with We Go Down. More so because the process too. Mm-hmm. We wrote that. We started off with guitar chords, and we were just writing it with our friend, and it was in like a courtyard of his studio in the hills, outside by a pool. Okay. So it was just a very like beautiful. We felt like very off the grid, and I like feeling off the grid when you're writing, just like away from everything, and I think that's some of Chris's best production too.
Yeah, I think We Go Down is probably my favorite. That and Come and Get It.
Come and Get It?
Yeah.
Okay. The drum and bass ones.
Pretty much. I mean, my favorite one, We Are One.
Mm.
I like that one. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're doing it tonight?
Live? Yeah.
We're going to get into the live thing because I want to definitely pick your brains about that. Any idea what song you guys might want to take next to radio? Because you guys just did Alive, and then you just did the We Live for the Night, and now what's your next plan of action to dump out there for your fans?
I think it's going to be Enjoy the Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's a pretty solid album. I mean, if you didn't get it, you're losing out, and you should go cop that ASAP, Target or iTunes. Collabs. Remixes. You came out with the Harwell remix for Alive. It was a club. It's another smash in the club based on your record already being great. Now with the album, are there going to be any remixes that you didn't put out yet that we're going to get hit with remix packs that just might leak out on the net or anything else?
We're releasing the remix package for Live for the Night next week, I want to say.
Yeah, we just put up on SoundCloud Peg Bordner's remix of Live for the Night, which is amazing. They bumped up the BPM, made it more of a hard dance song, went into dubstep in the second drop. But yeah, Live for the Night package is going to come out, which is cool because it gives you a version of Live for the Night by many different international DJs There's one that's more of like a festival sounding mix of it, like hard dance, dubstep, like a chill step vibe to it. So you're gonna have like a different mood for Live for the Night in every single remix.
That's awesome. And
That one's got the festival one's Dash Berlin on it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be big.
And then we've got a cool remixer lined up for Enjoy the Ride, but I don't know if we've announced it yet, so it might be secret. Be pretty cool though.
We'll keep that.
Yeah.
Well, tell me off camera, and then we'll just, I'll be like, yo, you gotta wait for this. Collabs too. We actually sat down and we met a good friend of yours, Nikki Romero.
Yeah.
So nice.
And I know you guys got together and collabed for the Legacy track. How'd you guys meet up?
He DM'd us, and I think it's weird. I think we were I forgot what country we were overseas. So we don't have international plans on our phones. And I remember I got it on my phone, the notification. I just happened, the second we got Wi-Fi at this airport, the first thing I see on my phone is Nikki Romero DMing us, asking if we wrote the vocals on Breathe, which is an edit we did of one of Skrillex's song. They said, yes, we did. And he's like, I love the vocals. They're beautiful. Let's collab. And he sent, I'd say like a week later, he sent a little demo of an instrumental he had. And we just wrote over that, and the first version we sent to him he loved, which is rare. Sometimes people you're collaborating with always want you to rewrite or change something or re-record, but he was really happy with it at first, and it's something, now it's kind of evolved, and now we have a music video out for that too, so it's turned into like a very passionate song from the music video to our fans. Like every single night, it's amazing. I like take out my in-ears and I'll hear Yasmine singing the verse, and I just hear everyone screaming, singing along to it.
Wow. And who did you both of you guys write it, or? Okay. Now, question to you: is there a backstory to it? Because it's a very powerful and sad song at the same time.
Thank you. You know what? When we were in the studio writing that, like our process is, like sometimes Yasmine and I will either write alone separately, and then like maybe if Yasmine comes to me with a verse, I'll write a pre-chorus, and kind of we'll keep going back and forth like that. But in the studio, sometimes if we're together, we're like, what are you feeling tonight? Like, what kind of mood are you feeling with this song? And we'll kind of bounce ideas back and forth about like what we want to write about. And it's a very, like, when you say it's like sad, but at the same time it makes you feel good. There's this like feeling of angst where you like need someone.
Exactly.
Like, you saved my life tonight. And I think that's something that was like one of our first songs we put out that was very like vulnerable and emotional to our fans. We hadn't put out anything like that yet. So I think that the first song I think that's why a lot of our fans have really latched on to that song, because it's the first time we ever put it out there where we're like exposing a weakness of ours.
That's deep. That is deep. Now, we spoke to Nikki, and he's like, yo, it's a beautiful song. And, he couldn't tell me much about it, so I was so happy I had the opportunity to figure out, like, yo, what is behind this song, because it's like, if you feel like that, I would cry a little bit, but, and then the bass comes in, it drops, and it's just like, yo, this is that shit, man. But, no, thank you for writing that, it was dope. Also, we talked about you guys mentioned about doing stuff live, and I know a while ago I was told that this might have been something that was going to be in the works, and now it's here. Why do it live? Why not just be content, I guess, with some of these other people, who could perform, and they just play their song and not do it live? Why that route?
It's not about being content. It's about challenging yourself as an artist, and you don't want to be stagnant. And if you don't push yourself every single day, then how are you supposed to write compelling lyrics? And, how else are you going to give back to your fans? Because our fans are basically our investors. They're buying tickets to our shows, they're buying CDs. And I think we want to show them that's our way of giving back. That's our way of showing them, like, hey, we're actually working. We're not partying and going on vacations, buying fancy cars. We've worked towards this live show, not only because it's fun for us and it's exhilarating. It literally feels like a roller coaster every single night. It's such an adrenaline rush, but we also do it because we love our fans, and we want to show it's a business also. It's like you have to show your investors what you're working towards as well. And it's more fun for them. They've been asking it. I remember like the first feedback we got from our first shows is, why aren't you doing live vocals? And that affects us. Yeah.
Like the very first.
Yeah, and that affected us. We were DJing for a while, and then we transitioned into this, and this is just the beginning of the live touring. The next tour, there's going to be even more, and we're going to keep incorporating more live elements.
Nice. And how was the transition going from leaving the decks and then going out to the stage and performing?
we were so antsy to do it. So it was definitely, I'm not going to say it's easy. It was easy for us. It took, two months of rehearsals, over a 2-month period of rehearsals. And it was just constant figuring out what works with the sound, what works with the DJ booth being there and us being there, and then getting back to DJ and the back and forth. So it was a little difficult at times, but it was amazing. It was a lot of fun. And now that we've finally done it and we know that it's possible, it's really cool to think about the future and what else we could add.
Dope. I mean, I'm ready to see this. I've heard about it. Now I'm here to see it. I'm going to ask this question to Rayman because YouTube is going to ask me this, and I want to ask this for myself.
YouTube questions are never good.
No, because as soon as I post a video, you guys, it's just like nonstop. Comment this, comment that. Who's dating who? What collab are they doing? Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, So let me ask this, for all the tech nerds out there. What are you producing on? One, what programs? Secondly, what's your favorite plugin? And if you do use hardware, what's your favorite piece of hardware?
So, no, we don't have threesomes, YouTubers. All right, just get out of the way first. Use Ableton. Favorite plugin.
The one that makes that sound effect.
I don't know, some good distortion plugins like Camel, Crusher, and Homicide are good. The Sugar Bites suite is good. Lots of EQs, just standard EQs. And then what was the last question? Oh, hardware.
Hardware.
We have a good mic. It's a Sony C800G. We invested in it a couple years ago, and it's definitely helped our vocals be nice and crisp.
You recorded a live on that?
Recorded live in a closet on it. It's kind of ironic. So that's a good one. Also the Avalon 737 VT preamp compressors.
Nice.
Now, if we're addressing YouTube in general, I feel like we should just get it all out there, right?
Just get it all. Just
No
keep going.
threesomes, friend zoned. I'm bisexual.
No, Jameson has not sponsored us.
That's a good one.
No, we're not related to Skrillex. They're not sisters and brothers.
Have we been asked that before?
Yeah. Or yeah, we're a worse version of Skrillex.
Please don't say
Yes,
my
we are.
age, though.
We are a worse version.
What else?
I think that about
That
covers
covers
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
The whole scope of YouTube right there.
And fans, touring. How many cities do you have left on this tour?
David.
We're here in the end.
Say what?
This is an answer. This is a question for our tour manager.
Left on this tour?
I think we have 12.
12 cities left. Wow.
He's a living embodiment of the amount of cities we've been to. On this tour.
What's
12?
a lot?
Okay, 12.
It's like 60 show. Well, we had 4 yesterday.
We had
one day. So I think that takes us up to like
How many in 24 hours? 6 shows in 24 hours?
6 performances in 36 hours.
Yeah, that's
Between
crazy.
Boston and New York.
And walking to our bus.
Yay! But yeah, we have less than 3 weeks left of this portion of the tour, and then we go international.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Only for 3 weeks, but it'll still be awesome.
That's an awesome feeling. What's the craziest thing you've seen on the show from your fans? Have anybody?
I mean, you see
stripped
titties,
down?
you know?
You see titties?
Oh,
Titties
we
are always
see titties.
crazy.
Yeah.
I saw this, I forgot what show it was. Shoot, do you remember Diamond Titties? Did you see her?
Which
Oh,
one?
I forgot what show. But there was this girl who had her tits pierced, and I thought they were little pasties on her tits, but they were apparently huge, massive rings, like a piercing. Yeah, I got Miles to get that on Crew Life.
I once saw a girl with pasties of mine and Jahan's faces.
Oh, yeah, stop.
Yep, and they eventually came off towards the end of the show, so that was that.
I did not see that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
One of our first shows in Texas, there was a guy crowd surfing in a wheelchair, which is one of my favorite sights to see. There was a guy in crutches one time crowd surfing too. Whenever we get those at shows, we've had a few. It always it's a moment where I just I can't help but have a huge smile on my face. There's a ghost in the bathroom. Did you hear that? That's the third time the water has gone
Wait,
off on its own.
are you
It's really,
serious?
Yeah. It's it was doing that when I was
There's
alone.
gotta be a
too.
ghost. It's a motion detector.
Ghost and stuff.
Detecting
Yeah.
motion.
But it never detects my hand, which is
No.
the weird thing.
You put it there, like waiting for one.
It's too warm. It's alive. It's like.
Waiting for the negative
Yeah.
ghosts.
The wheelchair thing though, I just went to Steve Aoki show in Philly this week.
Mhm.
I seen that.
It's
That's an amazing sight.
Yeah.
And I think it was during Borgore's set, and he was like, "Leave that kid on stage,"
Because
because it's like nobody's to do with that. Like it's
Yeah.
like a kid in a wheelchair, and it's just like he's like, "No, that people are fucking cool for doing that, bringing him up there,
Yeah.
and like let him enjoy the show from
Yeah.
from there, from the stage."
Oh,
view.
that's
So
cool.
that was pretty dope. Shout out to Borgo for that. It's a question I posed to Nikki, and I guess I'll talk to about you guys. You know, festivals and shows and everything else, and we see what happened to Electric Zoo in New York, where it got canceled on the last day. You know, unfortunately due to overdoses and things like that. Do you guys feel as though like as artists in the EDM scene, like should there be a conversation, I guess, between you guys and fans or promoters or whatever, you know, about the overall safety of people, you know, for events like this, you know, so you guys wouldn't lose out on a show and other music fans who are coming out for the music don't miss out on a show, like, you know, like the last day of Electric Zoo.
I don't think it's about missing out on a show. I think it's just about safety. I don't think there are people that are just complaining about like, you know, like, oh, I bought tickets. Yeah, but it's like that's petty to complain about when people are losing their lives being lost at the festivals. I'll speak. This is such a personal issue. I'll speak for myself. I'm just gonna say that I encourage people to be responsible, but at the same time, I'm not an expert on drugs, so I'm not gonna be telling people what to do and what not to do, and I'm not their mother either. And these are adults coming to shows, so I think they need to make their own decision and, you know, just surround themselves with people that care about them and do your own research.
But I also, like that's a perfect example of someone like Jahan doesn't know anything about drugs. She wouldn't go to a show, take drugs, not knowing anything about them, and potentially be harmed. That's a perfect example. Like we know nothing about them, so that's what kids should do. If you know nothing about what you're taking, obviously we can't tell you, no, don't do them. Like Jahan said, we're not your mothers, but do your research, know what you're taking, get a drug test. Like you can get packs to test your drugs. You can get them.
No way.
Yeah.
Auto test is like a laser that machine you
can
run
get-
your drugs through.
You can get a test which will tell you if it's
pure.
if it's pure or not.
Oh, interesting.
So
Yeah.
it'll tell you if your Molly or whatever you're taking is laced. I'm actually not sure what the website is. I used to know it. You can just Google how to test your drugs, and you'll find it on there. But just do things.
Government's watching you though.
That is true.
Can't really do
Why
that.
are these people buying drug tests? They must be
Mhm.
taking drugs. But yeah, no. So just take care and have, just like you have a DD if you're getting drunk somewhere, have a drug babysitter.
Drug babysitter.
Have someone watching you who you trust. So.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's great to see. You know, you guys, and I think Nikki almost said the same thing. Man, it's like just use caution. You know, just be careful out there. It's just really sad that some people losing on this show, other people are losing lives, and it's just crazy.
Well, it's not the promoter's responsibility or fault when people get harmed. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
people are doing drugs and getting harmed every day, and then for people to say, well, you know, so and so, it's their fault. You know. Or,
Easy.
Unless the promoter's like packing in an illegal
Yeah,
amount
but
of
the
people in the building.
responsible big time promoters don't do that. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
Yeah.
like you can't full cavity search 100,000 people as they're going into ultra. It's just not possible. So it's the people individually are responsible to express caution.
Exactly. And I think the sad part is like it gives a bad rap to the music at the end of the day, and it's like, oh, don't go to
Yeah, the
this show.
genre is blamed.
I've never
Yeah.
taken Molly in my life. Do you know what I mean? But I make dance music, so it's like when people associate it, it's like it's
Yeah.
not true.
It's all guilty by association.
Yes.
So,
Totally.
you know, you guys got to get ready to get on stage. 12 cities to come up. After you guys are done with this, what's next?
What's next? UK.
We're
UK.
going to UK,
And then France.
Australia,
Jakarta.
Philippines,
Indonesia.
and then the New Year's run, some stuff on New Year's, and then January, February we work on the album,
Second.
and then we've already started on it on the bus, and then starting in March back on the road.
Okay. No sleep.
No sleep.
No
No
sleep
sleep.
for Krewella. No sleep and get wet. Well, thank you for your time,
Thank you,
and
man.
we'll see you up on stage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
I like your shoes.
Thank you.
Both of you. Thank you.
I need these.
For men.